Okay, welcome to Easy Notes for You Academy. So today we are going to discuss about the main highlights of the Union Budget 2022. So we will go through quickly about the main highlights about the infrastructure, agriculture, education, defense, digital, tax, economy and health. So first of all, we just move towards the infrastructure. What the infrastructure have changes and what the new things added for the infrastructure and how much budget is allocated to the infrastructure. Okay. In this you can see the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, a master plan with the name of the Gati Shakti, which is around the cost of 20,000 crore will be launched. Then national highway network to be expanded to 25,000 kilometer in 2002. So this is the main aim up to the 2023 that the network of the road will be extended and new highways will be constructed about 25,000 kilometers. National master plan on expressways will be formulated in 2022-23. So it also a national plan for the expressways will be also formulated, and 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains will be launched, will manufacture in the next 3 years. So they going to add new 400 trains, Vande Bharat trains with the new generation with the latest technology, high tech trains or facilities. Then 60 kilometer of the ropeway project under the Parvatmala project. It is also a project of the initiated by the government, Parvatmala. So it will be created about 60 kilometers in the hilly areas. The metro system multi-modal connectivity also will be launched. Then there will be a multiple transportation system which connect the metro cities of the India. 100 Gati Shakti cargo. It also named for the cargo for the navals or the water transportation. It also added new 100 Gati Shakti cargo terminals in next 3 years. So it was all about the infrastructure highlights of the union budget. Then for agriculture, so maybe some improvement will be there in the agriculture. So in this you can see the procurement of the wheat, paddy, kharif and the rabi crops benefiting our 1 crore farmers. So they are going to procure of the wheat, paddy, kharif and rabi crops. So they are going to benefit for these type of the crops. They are going to subsidies for these type of the crops to the farmers. So about 1 crore farmers will be benefited from this. NABARD Bank to facilitate the fund with blended capital to finance startup for the agriculture and rural enterprises. So the person who are going to start a new agriculture business or the rural enterprises, now the NABARD Bank will be facilitate the funds on the subsidies rate or very low interest rate for their capital. Rupee 2.37 lakh crore towards the direct payment for minimum support price, for what the farmers were fighting for that for the last 2 years, that is the MSP, minimum support price. So they said that direct payment will be on the basis of the minimum support price will be going toward the direct bank of the farmers. So it is assured to the farmers that we are going to give you a minimum support price, MSP. The chemical free natural farming to be promoted across the countries. So nowadays many of the diseases are just, spreading due to the some chemicals in the chemical or fertilizers used in the crops. So natural farming will be stressed out in this. And 2012 to be year of the millet sport for the post harvest value addition for the millet products. So whenever the millet products they will be created, so the government will be support all type of the business which is included and which involved in the production of the products related to the millet. So millet related products will be subsidized and the government will be promoted those products. So they are the value addition for the millet products. Using Kisan drones. The Kisan drones for the crop assessment and the spraying of the pesticides will also be launched, and it also be initiated by the government, that the drone will be assess the crops, their quality, okay, and their diseases, and they also spray the pesticide on the crops. Then Ken Betwa River, a linkage project at a cost of rupees 44,000 crore to be benefit 9 lakh hectare of the farmer land. So this Betwa River linkage project will be completed. If completed, so for that a budget of the 44,000 crore will be announced, and it will benefit about a 9 lakh hectare farmer land. So it is also the good initiative by the government. So it will transferring the water from the Ken River to the Betwa River. So the most of the water will be reached from Ken River to the Betwa River. So both are the linked to the Yamunas. The Ken Betwa link canal will be about the 2021 kilometer long. Now the most important, the education. So what the government allocated for the education? So let's see. The digital university will be established. So now the situation of the COVID-19, many of the institutions established the online setup for their education. So keep in mind the government also start to open a digital universities, and to made in the different Indian language. They also start the courses in various type of the language, so that each and every person can be benefited in each and every corner of the India. Then one class, one TV channel will be expanded from 12 to the 200 TV channels. So the education channel firstly launched by the government, IGNOU or any other NTPC and Swam Prabha. So now these channels will be extended from 12 to 200 TV channels to provide a supplementary education in all the regional languages. So it will be in the all type of the language, whether it is the Haryana, whether it is the Punjab, Tamil, for loss of the formal education due to COVID. So that's why they are trying to start the channels in the various type of the regional languages. Then defense. For the defense, they have allocated 68% capital procurement budget earmarked for the domestic procurement. Okay, so they will purchase the defense related products from the domestic market. So it is a good thing that made in India products will be used in the defense. About the 68% procurement will be from the domestic procurement, domestic market, domestic companies. Defense research and development to be opened up to the startups, private industries and academia. 25% of the R&D budget to be set aside for this. So if any institution, any private industries will be start any initiative for preparing or manufacturing of the defense related products, equipments or amenities, so the government will be allocate 25% for the RS research and development budget to for these type of the institution and private institutions, education institution or companies for research and development. That they will allocate the fund 25% out of the total to the these type of the institution who are going to start up for manufacturing, for research and development, for defense related equipments or products. So the good thing. Then private industry will be encouraged to take up design and development of the military platform equipments. So private company will also be included. Now firstly only the government undertakings will be able to and are authorized to prepare and to manufacture the defense related product. Now they also encourage the private companies, private industry, that they can design and develop for the equipments for the military purposes. Now, development of the digital front, this is more important nowadays. Union Budget 2022 highlights. So, according to that, RBI to introduce the digital rupees using blockchain technology 2022-23. Now, you can see the changes in the currency. Now, very soon, everybody will be use the digital rupees like that. The cryptocurrency, a digital rupee will also be going to launch by the Indian government. So it's a good thing for the investor. They can also invest in the digital rupees. The virtual digital asset to be taxed about 30%. Oh, it may be the sad for the investors. Whenever any person who are just, investing in the cryptocurrency or any bitcoins, so 30% of tax will be charged on the gains. Only on the gains, not on the loss. If they will gain, then 30% tax will be imposed on the gains on the digital assets. Gift of the virtual assets will be taxed at the receiver ends. So whenever gift receive from any persons, so tax will be charged on the end of the receivers, not on the end of the senders. So whenever a virtual assets or any investment or any gift or any virtual gold, any virtual diamonds, we are just transferring from one person to another person. So the receiver will be pay the tax for that. 75 digital banking units will be open in those 75 districts in next year up to the 23. So they are going to open the digital banking. So it's a good initiative. I am really happy for that. But this is the sad point for the investor who are just investing in the digital currency. Now the tax economy and the finance. So now green bonds will be issued for the upping the green infrastructure. For improving for upliftment of the green infrastructure, they are starting of the green bonds. So that there will be a minimization of the paperwork or the documentations. Only the green bonds, means the online digital bonds can be issued. They can use the digital bonds. Fiscal deficit is 6.9% of the GDP. So fiscal deficit right now, this is a 6.9% of the GDP. So it is also the target to improve it. Now the taxpayers can file within the 2 years an updated return if there is any anomaly in their filing. If there any mistakes or error in their filing, they can update and can submit the return up to the 2 years, but at the cost. There will be some charges for late submission, but they can submit up to 2 years. Earlier it was the 1 year. Now it can be extended to up to the 2 years. The cooperative society pay 18.5% alternative minimum tax, means AMT. That is alternative minimum tax. And companies pay 15%. Companies were able to pay the 15%, but the cooperative societies have to pay 18.5%. But it is very happy for the cooperative society and very good news that from now cooperative society also need to pay only the 15% alternative minimum tax. So it will reduce from 18.5% to 15%. Surcharge has also been reduced 7% for those cooperative having the income 1 to 10 crore. So the cooperative societies which their income lies between the 1 to 10 crores, they have only pay to 7% surcharge. Earlier it was the 10%. Now they have to pay only the 7%. Tax relief to the person with disabilities. It is also the good initiative by the government. Now the person with disabilities, PWD, they can relieve in the tax. They exempt the tax limit for the disabilities. Tax deduction limit for NPS account of the state government employee to 14%. To national payment scheme accounts, so open for the government employees, they have tax deduction limit of the 14%. They can take the benefit of the 14% deduction in the tax on the basis of the NPS account. Virtual digital asset will be brought under the tax regime. Virtual digital asset also be charged. I earlier told you 30% tax will be charged on the digital assets. Long-term capital gains means LTCG. LTCG surcharge will be kept at the 15% surcharge will be on the long-term capital gains. If you are purchasing, if you are selling any machinery, if you are selling your companies, if you are selling your plant, if you are selling your any capital goods, so by selling of that, if you are getting some profit or gain, it will be charged 15% tax on that. Surcharge will be 15%. Custom duty on cut and the polished diamond reduced to 5%. It's also the good. Now you can just import or export the diamonds, polished diamonds or cut diamond. Only the 5% duty will be charged on the diamonds. Custom duty on the imitation duty slashed. Okay. Now custom duty can be pay with the imitation duty. Okay. Custom duty on imitation duty slashed. Any imitation jewelry or anything. Now duty on the sodium cyanide increase. The duty on the sodium cyanide has been increased. It also said duty on umbrellas. Oh, it also increased. Now the umbrellas, the duty of the 20% will be charged. If you are imported umbrellas, so 20% duty you have to be paid. Steel scrap duty extended of the another year. Now steel scrap duty extended for another year. Next year you have to be same. You have to pay the same duty for the steel scrap. There is no reduce. There is no changes in that. Anti-dumping on the stainless steel is being revoked. The anti-dumping on the stainless steel will still continue. So it's again started. The anti-dumping of stainless steel again started by the government. Duty reduced on the shrimp agriculture, aquaculture. So aquaculture means the fishing and the business which are related to the fish has been reduced. The duty on that has been reduced. Aqua related product. Now the health and the sanitization Union Budget 2020 highlights. National Digital Health Ecosystem to be rolled out. National Digital Health Ecosystem. NDHE to be rolled out. A new program will be launched. National Tele-Mental Health Program. NTMHP. To be set up for the focus on the mental health. For the any happiness program will be launched. For the mental health, some new programs will be launched under this National Tele-Mental Health. 23 Tele-Mental Health Center for be excellence. So new 23 Tele-Mental Health Center will be opened quickly. Integrated benefits to women and children through the mission Shakti, mission Vatsalya, Saksham, Angarwadi and the Postan 2.0. So these are the some missions or the projects which is currently running by the Indian government. Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya for children, Mission Shakti for women, Saksham Angarwadi and a portion for the children. So they are integrated all things for the benefit of the women and children. So all the missions, all the projects have been integrated. 60,000 crore allocated to the cover 3.8 crore household in 2002-2003 under Har Ghar Nal Se Jal. Means Awas Yojana or to fulfillment of the requirement of the water, the drinking water. These are the two schemes. They have allocated the 60,000 crore for Har Ghar and Nal Se Jal scheme that can be benefited for about 3.8 crore household. So this was all about the highlights, main budget highlights. So maybe it will be very beneficial, and I think you really like it. So you can comment if you're having any question, you want to ask anything about this whole video. So I'm here to give the answer. You can comment